Hey, what is happening, folks? It is Jimmy G in the place to be, bringing you back to another amazing episode of The Good, the Bad, the Awesome, where we unbox, give my first reaction to all things pop culture. So if you like to see what I see when I see it, you'll see it, then go ahead and hit that like and subscribe, get notified of all of our new content that comes out, which comes out about every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And so for those of y'all that have done that, thank you so very much. Don't forget to sign up for our 3,000 subscriber giveaway, which is going on right now as we march our way to 4,000 by November 1st. But today, what we're going to be talking about is we're going to be going to the world of anime, to one of my favorite companies that make anime figures, and we're going to be looking at something from the anime Hell's Paradise. So I watched that anime not too long ago, and I thought it was amazing, and I did a review on Gabimaru, the Hollow, which you can see, I'll put a link down below, and thought it was a great figure, so I've got to get some of the other figures. And so what happened was I started watching Hell's Paradise again, and I was like, I gotta do a review. Got me excited to do a review. So this time, we're gonna do a review on this one, and this is Yamada Asaemon Sagiri. So she is basically Gabimaru's executioner and person that she's there for. So let's take a look at this figure. Let's see how it is. Let's see how great it is. And let's go to my lab and open this baby up. So here she is, folks, Yamada Asaemon Sagiri there, or Sagiri, or however you want to pronounce it. I don't know. I don't care. Actually, I do care. I just got done watching Hell's Paradise, and if you don't know the premise of this anime, basically it's a bunch of condemned criminals that will receive a pardon if they go to this island to find the elixir of life. But when they get to this island, it is more than meets the eye, and it really focuses around one of these criminals by the name of Gabimaru the Hollow, as well as this Asaemon right here, this executioner. It focuses on her and their relationship, and also kind of his humanity. So really cool. Season 1 finished up not a few months ago, several months ago. Season 2 is in the works. Of course, the manga is out there too as well. But this is the figure right here. I love these Figuarts figures. The box always looks amazing. Love the splatter paint kind of look design. It really goes along with the design of the anime. But there's the front, this side, the back of the box, all the different facial things that you can do. There's Gabimaru, as well as Yamada Asaemon Sagiri. And there she is right there too as well. So really cool. But what we want to do is we want to get this out of the box, kind of play with it, see how it compares, and give you my thoughts about it. So let's get her out of the box right now. Here she is, folks, out of the box onto my table, and she is gorgeous. Really loving and digging the look of this character, and we'll go over that into more depth and detail here in just a moment. But let me tell you what all comes in the box. So you do get 4 different sets of faces. So there's the first one, kind of the angry furrowed eyebrow look there. Then we get this one, kind of a more happy open mouth look there. We get this one, which is kind of a more concerned open mouth look right there. Got a little defect right there on the cheek. And then we get this right here, a little bit of like embarrassment, eyes closed, frown right there. So you can kind of see some of the lines right there underneath the eyes. That's kind of cool. You also get her sword, which is her executioner's sword here. Really nice. Love. That's hard plastic. Comes with that. Of course, you got the sword and the hilt, and the sheath right there too as well. And then you get 5 extra hands. What I love is you can know which one's right and which one's left just based off of the paint on the hands. Now, something that's interesting on this one is some of the paint just has a little bit of overspray on this, so that's a little bit of a miss there by Figuarts. Usually they're really good about this stuff, but there are some of the other hands. And then we got the figure itself. So let's bring this figure in. Let's bring it in for a closer look. Let's bring it in for some more light. And there she is, folks. And of course my camera goes, you know what? I'm just going to adjust the exposure so that there's not enough light. But there she is, folks, and that the overall look and the detail of this figure is really, really nice. Love the overall look of the robe here. The only thing that would make this better if it was soft goods robe, that would be kind of cool. But love the robe, love the details in the robe, the white with the red, of course the red arm here and the regular plain one right there, the hilt right here, and then the sheath right here too as well for her sword. Looks really good. And then the hair, man, she has this long hair with this nice little braid and things right there too as well. But yeah, it looks gorgeous. I think it looks really, really great. And one of the things I love about these Figuarts figures, and let me just kind of rotisserie review this one right here for you so you can kind of take a look all the way around. But I love that these Figuarts figures, they are extremely, extremely, extremely posable. Sometimes to a fault where it's kind of tough to pose them and get them to stay in those poses. But first of all, let's take a look with the head. You got the rotation, the neck movement too as well. The arm, you have this drop like this, so you see how that kind of drops, and it also kind of butterflies forward and back. You also have the circular, you have the twist right here at the top of the arm, or not the bicep, but then you also have a more than a 90-degree bend on the arm right there, and then you have the wrist is on a ball joint as well, so lots and lots of movement there. Now her top, she has the top upper ab crunch and then the lower ab crunch, and both of these can move independent of each other too as well. So let's pop this up. We'll pop the sword over to the side. That's kind of cool. The sword can move to the side for some other dynamic posing. Something that they did now, can't really Jean-Claude it here, kind of this gets in the way, but then I pop the leg off and that's kind of what happens. But you can pop it back on really easy. You have the hip drop here that you do have. You have the front kick, a little bit of the back, but not much, just this gets in the way right here. You do have the bend at the knee, then the ankle tilt and the foot tilt here too as well. You just have this turn. You don't have like a thigh rotation on this figure, but that's kind of what you got. And then replacing the accessories and stuff, fairly simple. And I'll show you that here in just a moment. But from a height standpoint, what you're looking at, let me see if I can get her kind of standing back up the way she should. That sometimes is the tough part about some of these figures, is just getting them to stand. There we go. So she is standing back the way she should, and from a height standpoint, you're looking at probably close to about 6.5 inches tall on this figure. But replacing these face plates and accessories typically is pretty easy. You kind of remove the first part of the head right here, and then you just kind of pop this off too as well. Each of these faces have different mechanisms, so you can't really kind of mix and match faces from other characters and figures, but they all have a different mechanism that they use. And so we can put on, let's do the angry face kind of here, and then we'll pop the hair back on. And just pop that on like so, and there we go. Got the different face on there. Hands pretty easy to pop off. You just I like to kind of twist as I pull, so that way it just kind of works its way out, and you can pop whatever hand you want on there. And so that's kind of what it looks like here. So let's bring in some other characters and figures to compare her with, from a size comparison as well as a look comparison, especially her buddy, Gabimaru the Hollow. In the words of Matthew McConaughey, all right, here they are. I've got Gabimaru and I've got Asaemon Sagiri here, right here together. I'm butchering that name. I know y'all gonna butcher me in the comments about it, but here they are together side by side. You can kind of see he is really short. He is shorter than her, of course, but looks really nice together. SHFiguarts really scale well together on this. Now, if I bring in some other figures, let's bring in a 5-inch McFarlane. Everyone knows Saname, right? And then we got Tanjiro Kamado, 7-inch McFarlane. Right there, you can kind of see. And then last but not least, I'm going to bring in a 6-inch black series figure from Hasbro. So you can kind of see how this scales to other figures. And so definitely going to scale with her SHFiguarts counterparts, not necessarily with anyone else on that. So, but really, again, dig in these figures. So let's get back to Jimmy in the chair and talk through some of my final thoughts on this amazing Hell's Paradise figure. Well, thank you, Jimmy, behind the camera. So we're going to talk about my final thoughts about Asaemon Sagiri. I forgot this middle part of that. Asaemon Sagiri. So from Hell's Paradise, this is probably the quote. This is not the quote. This is probably the pose I will probably keep her in. Just a nice, you know, hey, I've got a sword and I can kick your butt kind of pose. So the pros on this figure, I mean, again, these things look gorgeous. I mean, and one thing I forgot to show you is her ponytail does move, so which is really cool. But I just love the look, the overall look, the aesthetic, very anime accurate figure here. So there are two major companies that most people, when they think of like posable action figures, that is SHFiguarts and Figma. Both of them have their pros and cons, but SHFiguarts definitely is on the cheaper side, not cheaper like as in quality, but cheaper as in price than Figma is on that. But SHFiguarts does put out a lot of anime, a lot of DC, just a lot of figures. There's Mafex, Mezco, all those other brands and stuff like that, but we're here to talk about this. But just really do enjoy this look, and I love the fact that they're making figures for maybe animes that aren't necessarily the most mainline, streamline, but definitely some of my favorites, like this one, Kaiju number 8, Jujutsu Kaisen, they're to name a few, One Piece, Demon Slayer. They're getting ready to make some for that too as well. My only cons about this one is there was one of the faces that had a blemish on it, so that was one of the things that I just didn't really care much for. And then the legs don't have as much movement or posability as the other parts do. I mean, you do have a little bit of twist and stuff like that, but not enough, not a lot of posability in those legs. But there is her and Gabimaru the Hollow. Can't wait to see what happens in season 2. Don't want to spoil anything for y'all, but it's really great anime. One that I don't recommend for kids. Definitely more adult themed and adult oriented, one of those animes there. But definitely pick up this figure. You can pick it up right now on Amazon for like $47. So that's a pretty good deal for the posability of these figures. A lot of times Figuarts figures go for like 75, 80 bucks. But this one, $47. I think that's a steal. That's a good bargain there. So you should probably definitely pick this up, because on a scale of good, bad, awesome, she is friggin' awesome. I got one more from Hell's Paradise. It is the female Shinobu. So I forgot what her name is, but I have that one that I'll need to review, and then that'll be all the figures I have from Hell's Paradise. Hopefully they release more. I definitely want the blind swordsman that's in that. I forgot what his name is. I'm not very good with names on these, but there's several characters I would love to have from that show, which would be awesome. So, but that's all I gotta say about that today. Love my anime figures, love my Transformers, love my superheroes. So you can always see that. Now, just something for y'all to consider. Maybe think about becoming a member if you like these videos and you continue wanting to support this channel in a different way. Think about that membership. Also think about giving a super thanks. You know, all proceeds go back into the channel, but no pressure at all. So tune in next time when we do talk about something else good, bad, or awesome. But in the meantime, y'all remember to stay young, have fun, and be awesome. Bye-bye now.